Yes, hello students, welcome to Ken Academy, continuation of current system analysis. I am explaining practice booklet. In the last lecture, I given detailed solution for question number 1 to question number 7. In this lecture, we will continue with question number 8 to question number 15. That is the first practice questions I given in the booklet. Students, this booklet I already given in the previous lecture. Follow the question numbers in the booklet. Now see the detailed solution. Now I am starting the question number 8. See the question number 8. I am reading the question. The per unit reactance of the system when the rating of the system have become double. You want to find what is the per unit reactance of the system when the rating become double. Yes, rating become double means it is not mentioned. Is it apparent power rating is double and voltage rating is double is not mentioned. That's the reason why. Let assume that both the ratings are double. With that assumption I am explaining. Then what is the x per unit? You know this formula. Students, you know this formula. X per unit nu equal to x per unit volt S into MVA nu. Yes, MVA nu by MVA volt. MVA volt into yes kV volt by kV nu whole square. Use this formula to solve this problem. Let us assume that initial value is 1 per unit because it is not mentioned. I told already assumptions in the current system is very easy. This is one of the main advantages of current system. That is x per unit nu equal to, let us assume that x per unit volt is 1 per unit. MVA nu is double to MVA volt. That is 2 into MVA volt. 2 into MVA volt by MVA volt. MVA volt into yes kV volt as it is by kV nu is 2 times of kV volt. 2 into kV volt whole square. Yes. Now what is x per unit nu equal to? Then x per unit nu equal to, that is 1 into 2 into 1 by 4. MVA volt cancel. kV volt cancel. 1 by 2 square, 1 by 4. And students, how much you can get? 1 by 2. That equal to 0.5 per unit. That means if the ratings are double, the new value of reactance is 0.5 per unit. This is question number 8. Clear? Now see the question number 9. Students, concentrate. I am reading the question number 9. The per unit reactance of the system when the operating voltage is double. Yes. Here in this problem specially mentioned only voltage is double. Let us assume that apparent power is constant. Yes. Now I am explaining the solution for question number 9. Use the same formula. Students, use the same formula. I am giving the solution for question number 9. Yes, x per unit volt is 1 per unit. There is no change in the apparent power because it is given that only voltage is double. That is MVA volt. MVA volt. That is MVA nu is same that of MVA volt into kV volt. kV volt. But kV nu is 2 times of kV volt whole square. Then tell me what is x per unit nu? Yes, x per unit nu equal to 1 into this cancel, it becomes 1 by 4. Then what is the new value of per unit reactance? 0.25 per unit. Students, understand? This is question number 9. Clear? Now see the question number 10. So okay, I am explaining question number 10. Yes, concentrate. I am reading the question. Yes, 100 MVA, 220 kV bar 132 kV. 100 MVA. 100 MVA. Yes, 220 kV bar 132 kV. Yes, 220 kV bar 132 kV 3-phase transformer, power transformer. has reactance is 1.5 ohms per phase. As reactance is 1.5 ohms per phase. On which side it is given? LV side. This is the LV side reactance. The per unit reactance of the transformer on HV side. Then you find what is the per unit reactance on HV side. Students, what the data is given? Reactance at LV side is given. Then we calculate per unit reactance at LV side. Once we can calculate per unit reactance at LV side, then the per unit reactance at HV side is also same. Because in per unit system, in transformer, both the side reactances are equal. Then use the formula. What the per unit reactance at LV side is equal to actual reactance at LV side into MVA base MVA by kV base square. Then what the per unit reactance at LV side, the students? What is the reactance, actual reactance at LV side? 1.5 ohms per phase it is given. What is the base MVA? Base MVA is 100 MVA. Already it is given in MVA. Then what is the voltage? Voltage is, which side we are calculating? At LV side. At LV side voltage is 132 given in kilovolts. Then what is the X per unit LV? Then X per unit LV equal to, students simplify this, we can get 0.0086 per unit. Okay, this is the solution. Then you want to find what the per unit reactance at HV side. Then per unit reactance at HV side equal to per unit reactance at LV side. Then this is how much? 0.0086 per unit. Clear? Concentrate. This is the detailed solution for question number 10. Clear? Yes. Students, see the question number 11. I am explaining question number 11. Yes. Okay. Please concentrate. I am giving the solution for question number 11. I am reading the question. A 50 MVA 132 kV bar 33 kV power transformer. A 50 MVA. Given rating is 50 MVA 132 kV bar 33 kV transformer. Power transformer having reactance on HV side. This is the HV side reactance is 0.8 ohms. 0.8 ohms. Yes. The per unit reactance of transformer. You want to find what the per unit reactance of transformer on LV side. On LV side at new base. Given is new base. 210 MVA 66 kV. Yes. Students, see the difference previous problem and this problem. In this problem, you want to find the per unit reactance at LV side with respect to new base values. First, I want to calculate what the per unit reactance at HV side. Per unit reactance at HV side equal, because per unit reactance at HV side, why I am calculating? Because we know the reactance at HV side. Then actual reactance at HV side into base MVA. Yes, MVA base by voltage base square. Students, concentrate. Then what is the per unit reactance at HV side? Per unit reactance at HV side equal to, HV side reactance is 0.8 into MVA base 50 MVA. Yes, HV side reactance we are calculating. HV side voltage is 132 square. Then what is the per unit reactance at HV side? You can calculate this. We can get a 0.00229 per unit. Okay, this is the per unit reactance at HV. But you know this per unit reactance at HV side equal to per unit reactance at LV side. This is how much? 0.00229 per unit. Both are same. But this is not the answer, students. If it is not mentioned these ratings, this is your answer. But you want to find per unit reactance at LV side corresponding to this new base values. Now you want to convert this old per unit into new per unit. Then what is the X per unit? LV new. X per unit LV volt into S. Students concentrate. That is MVA new by MVA volt into kV volt by kV new whole square. This formula. Yes. What is the X per unit volt? X per unit LV volt 0.00229 00229 into MVA new. What is the new MVA? 210 MVA. What is the MVA volt? 50 MVA. What is the kV volt? We are calculating with respect to LV side. LV side kV volt is how much? 33 kV. What is the kV new? kV new is how much? 66 kV whole square. Students, simplify this one. We can get X per unit LV new. New value of per unit reactance at LV side is 0.00241 per unit we can get. This is a new value of reactance with respect to new base values. Clear? Yes. Now let's go question number 12. Students, follow the question number 12. Solution I am explaining. Yes, 100 kVA, given that 100 kVA, 400 volts per 800 volts distribution transformer. 400 volts per 800 volts distribution transformer. Yes. Has per unit reactance is 0.12 per unit on LV side. LV side per unit reactance equal to 0.12. Yes. The reactance of transformer in ohms on HV side. Then you want to find what is the reactance of transformer on HV side. Yes. If you want to find what is the reactance on HV side, first you know what is the per unit reactance on HV side. But you know in the per unit system, XLV per unit equal to XHV per unit. Both are equal. Then this is how much? 0.12 per unit. Clear? You know the per unit value, then calculation of actual value is very easy. Then what is the formula for XHV per unit equal to XHV actual reactance into base MVA base, that is MVA base by voltage base square. Clear? Now what is the HV per unit? 0.12. What is the HV reactance that you want to calculate into? Now I want MVA base and kV base. See the students, MVA base you want, but given is 100 kVA, but I want to substitute in MVA. Then tell me, 100 kVA equal to 0.1 MVA. Can I accept this? How? Mega is nothing but 10 power 6. 0.1 into 10 power 6, again you can get the 100 kVA. Clear? That is 0.1 into 10 power 6 is written as 0.1 into 10 cube into 10 cube. What is 0.1 into 10 cube? 100. 100 into 10 cube. 100 10 cube is nothing but a 100 kVA. This. But I want to substitute in mega values. That's why I am converting kVA into mega. Similarly, I want to substitute in kilovolts. But given is actual volts. And which side we are defining? HV side. That's why I want to take HV side voltage. Then 800 volts equal to how many kilovolts? 0.8 kilovolts. Multiply with 10 cube. Again you can get the same value. Now substitute here. What is the MVA base? Not 100. Substitute 0.1. 0.1 by kV base. 0.8 square. Then from this, what is the reactance at HV side? Calculate. The reactance at HV side equal to 0.768 ohms we can get. Yeah, this is the solution for question number 12. Understand? Follow the solution. Okay, students, see the question number 13. Clear? Okay. Students, I am explaining solution for question number 13. I am reading the question. 100 kVA given is 100 kVA. 100 kVA. 11 kV. Yes, 11,000 volts bar 33,000. 11,000 means 11 kV. 33,000 means 33 kV. Distribution transformer per unit impedance. Yes, Z per unit equal to how much it is given? 0.02 plus Z 0.07 at LV side. This is the per unit impedance at LV side. The impedance of transformer in ohms on LV side. Now you want to find the impedance. S. What is Z per unit at LV side equal to ZLV. LV side impedance into base MVA. MVA base by voltage base square. Clear? Now, what is Z per unit LV side? 0.02 plus J 0.07 per unit. You want to find the impedance at LV side. Then impedance at LV side into what is the MVA base? Base MVA. 100 kVA equal to 0.1 MVA. Because I want to substitute mega. Then 0.1 by, you are defining at LV side. LV side voltage is 11 square. Then from this, what is the impedance at LV side? Impedance at LV side equal to, students, calculate this, you can get 24.2 plus J 84.7 ohms. Okay, this is the solution for question number 13. This is in ohms. Okay, understand? Now see the question number 14. I am reading the question number 14. Students, follow the solutions. Yes, shall I arrange? Yes. A three-phase, important model, a three-phase star delta transformer, given is star delta transformer, yes, is constructed using three identical single-phase transformers. Using three identical single-phase transformers, the rating of the single-phase transformer is 210 kVA. Yes, 210 kVA, 63.5 kV, 63.5 kV bar 11 kV. Yes. The impedance of primary and secondary is the primary impedance and secondary impedance. The primary impedance is 15 plus J30. Given is 15 plus J30 ohms. The secondary impedance is 0.1 plus J0.3. 0.1 plus J0.3 ohms. Yes. Respectively. Determine the per unit impedance of transformer. You want to find out what is the per unit impedance of transformer. But it is not mentioned. You calculate either star side or delta side. Just it is asked per unit impedance of the transformer. Either primary or secondary is not mentioned. That's why any side you can calculate. then both the side the per unit impedances becomes equal. Okay. Now, how to define per unit impedance? The fundamental formula for per unit value is actual value by base value. Yes. Actual impedance I want to find. Then what is actual impedance? You want to transfer either primary side or secondary side. Let us assume that I am transferring into primary side. Then Z actual is Zp equivalent. Primary side I am transferring. Then how to write? Zp plus secondary impedance transfer to primary. Then Zs by k square. Then if you want to find Zs by k square, first I want to know what is the value of k. Then what is the k here? Transformation ratio. If you want to find the transformation ratio, first I want to find the what is the turns ratio. But turns ratio is not mentioned here because it is a three-phase transformer. That's why you go for the line turns ratio. Yes. How to calculate line turns ratio? From line voltage ratio. Yes. First, given is single phase transformer rating. Now I want what is the rating of three-phase transformer. Then three-phase transformer rating is. First I want to calculate three single phase transformers. That is 3 into 210. How much? This is 630 kVA. This is 630 kVA. That is the rating. Now I want voltage ratings. Line voltage ratings of three phase transformer. Yes, line voltage ratings. Line voltage rating of three phase transformer. This is for phase. For single phase it is given, but I want to calculate line voltage rating of three phase star delta transformer. This is a phase voltage in star. This is a phase voltage in star. Then what is the line voltage in star? That is root 3 into, that is 63.5 kV by, this is the phase voltage rating in delta. Line voltage is also same in delta. This is 11 kV. Then how much you get? 110 kV by 11 kV is the voltage ratings. This is the line voltage rating of three phase transformer. Not the single phase, this is a three phase transformer. Once you know the line turns ratio, it is a line voltage rating, then what is the turns ratio? K equal to, that is 11 by 110. Then how much? 0.1. Once you know the K value, then you substitute here what is the Z actual equal to Zp equivalent. Impedance refer to primary. Then what is the Zp? Per unit impedance 15 plus, primary impedance 15 plus J30, not per unit, primary impedance 15 plus J30. What is the Zs? Zs is 0.1 plus J30. 0.1 plus J 0.3 by what is K? 0.1 square. You simplify this. What is the actual impedance we can get? The actual impedance is, students, you simplify that, we can get the actual impedance value is how much? 25 plus J 60 ohms we can get. 25 plus J 60 ohms. Yes, you calculated actual impedance. Now you want to calculate base impedance, then only you can calculate per unit impedance. Is it clear? And now see how to write base impedance. Once you know the voltage rating and apparent power rating, how to calculate base impedance, that formulas are already given. The base impedance equal to, that is KVB whole square by, that you know the formula, kilovolt square by MVA base. MVA base. What is the voltage? Because I am transferring into primary. Primary side is nothing but how much rating? Take the line voltage 110 kV. That is 110 square. Because directly is given K. But here you want to substitute mega. But given is transformer is kVA. But you want to substitute in mega means that is 0.63. 630 kVA equal to 0.63 MVA. If you want to this, multiply with the 10 power 6, then you can get this. Understood? Just 630 kVA by 1000 you do, then you convert into mega. Clear? Now 0.63. Then what is the base impedance we can get? The base impedance is we can get 19206.34 ohms. This is the base impedance. 19206.34 ohms. Once you know the base impedance and the actual impedance, then how to calculate per unit impedance. Students, follow the solution. Then the per unit impedance equal to, what is the base impedance? What is the actual impedance? 25 plus J60 by, what is the base impedance? 19206.34 ohms. 19206.34 ohms. Then what is the per unit impedance? The per unit impedance of the transformer is 0.0. Calculations you do. 0.0013 plus J 0.00312 per unit. Okay, this is the per unit impedance of the transformer. Clear? Important model who are preparing for GATE exam. Important for 2 marks. Here directly 3 phase is not given, single phase is given. But you want to calculate the per unit impedance of the 3 phase transformer. That's why single phase is converted for 3 phase transformer. Then I calculated actual impedance. I calculated base impedance. Then we calculated the what is the per unit impedance. Clear? Okay. Concentrate. That is the final answer. Now see the students. Question number 15. In the practice questions, this is the last one. The first 1 to 15 practice questions. The 15th question is the last one. This is also important model who are preparing for GATE exam. Last 14th one and 15th one is important. Students, I am reading the question. The question number 15. Yes. A 50 kilowatts 3-phase star connected load is fed by a 210 kVA transformer. That is, it is a 210 kVA transformer whose rating is 210 kVA transformer. The voltage ratings are 11 kV bar 400 volts. 11 kV bar 400 volts through a feeder. This is through feeder. The load is fed. The load is fed by transformer through feeder. The length of the feeder is the feeder impedance is 0.5 plus 0.15, not 0.5, 0.15 plus J3 ohm per kilometer. Per kilometer, this is the impedance. The load parameters are, is a 50 kilowatts star connected 3-phase load. Star connected 3-phase load. The power factor of the load is 0.75. The power factor of the load is 0.75. Then find the what is the per unit impedance of the feeder and load. You want to find feeder per unit impedance, what is the load per unit impedance. These two you want to calculate. Yes, the length of the feeder is, that is 0.15 plus J3 ohm per kilometer. If the load power factor is 0.75, calculate the per unit impedance of the feeder and load. Students, in the question, the length of the feeder is missing. Please note down that. Please correct this. The length of the feeder is 0.75 kilometers. In the question, I given impedance, but length is missing, I think. Please note down the length of the feeder is 0.75 kilometers. This is important. Without knowing that data, you can't calculate. Here I am giving the not 1 kilometer, it's a 0.75 kilometer. If it is not given, take the 1 kilometer only. Okay, because it is given per kilometer. Now, first I want to calculate what is the feeder per unit impedance. Z per unit feeder equal to ZF by Z base. Base impedance also you want to find. Yes. Feeder impedance. Now what is the feeder impedance? Feeder impedance equal to, this is per kilometer, but I want for 0.75 kilometer. That is 0.15 plus J, this one, J 0.3 This is not 3, this is 0.3. That also correct. Please correct that. 0.5 plus j 0.3. This j 0.3 into how many kilometers? 0.75 kilometers. Then multiply this, what you can get? 0.1125 plus j 0.225 ohms per phase you can get. Okay, this is the feeder impedance. Let the secondary voltage of the transformer is base values. Because we are calculating at secondary side, that's why let 400 volts 210 kVA is the base values. Because we are doing the calculations at the LV side. Okay, now what is the base impedance? Feeder base impedance equal to, how to calculate base impedance? Base impedance of the feeder is equal to voltage square by MVA base MVA. Is correct? Then what is the voltage? Tell me, what is the voltage? It's a 400 volts, but you want substitute in kilovolts. 400 volts equal to 0.4 kilovolts square. Base MVA given is 210 kVA. You want substitute in MVA, that is 0.21 MVA. Then what is the feeder impedance? Feeder impedance, base of the feeder is how much you can get, that you can calculate 0.7619 ohms. 19 ohms. Okay, this one is the. Then once you know the feeder impedance, base of the feeder, then how to calculate per unit impedance of the feeder? The per unit impedance of the feeder per unit impedance is ZF by ZB. What is ZF? That base of the feeder. 0.1125 plus J 0.225 by 0.7619. The per unit impedance of the feeder is, by calculating that, the feeder per unit impedance is 0.1476. Students, do the calculations by your own. All are having the calculators. J 0.2953. This is in per unit. One question is over. This is the per unit impedance of the feeder. 0.1476 plus J 0.2953. Clear? Yes. One question is over. Now the second one is, you want to find the per unit load impedance. Yes, students, concentrate. Load per unit impedance you want to calculate. Then how to calculate load per unit impedance? The per unit impedance of the load is load impedance by base impedance. Base is same for both feeder and load. Same base values only we are using. Base impedance you already calculated. Then I want load impedance. Then how to calculate load impedance? Is there any data is available? Yes. Only for load you know the power factor, you know the which power? Active power. Once you know the active power, once you know the active power and power factor, calculation of reactive power is very easy. Once you know the reactive power and active power, calculation of impedance is very easy. You know this formula. What is the ZL equal to? VL square by P minus JQ. In power systems, in the power flow, later on I will give this formula also. But you know this fundamental formula. ZL equal to VL square by P minus JQ. Then already active power you know, but I want to find reactive power. Then what is P equal to VI cos pi? General formula. What is Q equal to VI sin pi? This is no fundamental formula. Then what is Q by P equal to? Q by P equal to, that is sin pi by cos pi. Then what is Q equal to? P into sin pi by cos pi. Yes, you know already cos pi. How much cos pi you tell me? Cos pi equal to 0.75. Once you know the cos pi, how to calculate sin pi, that you know. Then you calculate sin pi, you can get a 0.6614. Once you know the cos pi and sin pi, Students, concentrate. First I am calculating the load impedance because load impedance directly is not given. Then Q equal to, this is 50 into, the sin pi is 0.6614, cos pi is 0.75. Then how much reactive power you can get? Reactive power is 44.09 kVAR. Reactive volt amperes. Clear? Now, what is the load impedance? Then load impedance equal to line voltage. How much line voltage that you know? 400 square. 400. I am substituting in volts. 400 square. What is P? 50 kilo. 50 minus J J 44.09 into 10 cube. Students, simplify this. What the load impedance we can get? The load impedance equal to 1.8 plus J 1.557. This ohms you can get. Load impedance. Clear? Just I am using this formula to calculate the load impedance. Then you know already P, how to calculate Q, that you know. Substitute there, we can get the load impedance. Once you know the load impedance, then what is the per unit load? Per unit impedance of the load. Then 1.8 plus say 1.557 by, what is the base impedance? You already calculated for feeder. Same base you can use for load also. How much? 0.7619. Then what is the load per unit? That is per unit impedance of the load equal to 2.36 plus J 2.083. Here this is the load per unit. Previously I calculated per unit impedance of the feeder. This I am calculating per unit impedance of the load. Students who are preparing for GATE, this you concentrate. Common data questions, or we may expect only feeder impedance or only load impedance for 2 marks question. Okay, this is important. Okay, these are the total questions from in the previous lecture, question number 1 to 7. In this lecture, question number 8 to 15.